Hey guys, so for those of you who don't know, I moved from London to Australia about 7 months ago, and I wanted to make a video to help other people who wanted to come out here on a work holiday visa on just what they needed to know before they went. So if you don't want to come to Australia on a work holiday visa, this video is probably not for you. The whole reason I wanted to make this video is because before I came I was constantly researching and googling what do I need to have sorted out before I come, what do I need to know, and I just had to go to loads of different websites and sort of just read loads of things about it. So I thought I'd make this video to tell you all the main things you have to have sorted out before you come out here, or sorted out when you get here, and then it's just a bit easier and it takes a bit of the pressure off from the whole scary moving abroad thing, especially to a country which is the furthest place away you could possibly go. So in this video I'm going to touch on stuff like healthcare, travel insurance, accommodation, jobs, visas, and yeah, so the main things that you need to know. The first off is the visa. So I'm on a work holiday visa, which is what most people do when they finish university and they come out here and do a year. That's where you can do a year, and then if you want to do second year you have to do the Farmwork. So the visa itself costs I think $485, which is about £280. No, £250, sorry. It's really easy to get. So you just go onto the Australian government website, you pick which visa you want, which is the work holiday visa. I think it's subclass, I don't know, but work holiday visa, and then just fill out the application, do all your name, what uni degree or whatever you've got, just all the details about yourself, and then it pretty much comes straight away. I think I was waiting about a couple months and I was thinking, oh, the visa still hasn't come, which is weird, and then I went through my emails and I actually found it, and it had come literally straight after I had applied for it. So I had thought it was just an email saying, oh, we got your application, but it was actually my visa, so I had it straight away. Now you don't need to worry about getting the visa in advance, like too in advance, because it doesn't start until you enter Australia. It's not from when you get the visa, it's from when you enter, so you've got a year from when you enter, so it's better just to get it in advance so that you know you have it. Now number two is healthcare. Healthcare wise, this differs depending where you're from. Because I'm from the UK, I can apply for a Medicare and I get Medicare, which is sort of like NHS but different. It works where there's like a percentage is covered by Medicare and then a percentage you have to pay for. So you just need to find a doctor's which accepts bulk billing, I think it's called, and then they'll accept Medicare. So I've had to go to the doctor's once, and I just found one online which said, oh, we accept bulk pay billing, something like that, and then I just booked an appointment and I went, and I didn't have to pay anything, and that was fine. I'm pretty sure Medicare covers hospital visits as well, so if you're out late at night and you get too drunk or something like that happens, then you'll be fine, you're covered. To apply for Medicare, you don't have to worry about it until you get to Australia, and once you're here you need to print out a form online, and then which you find online, and then you take it to a service centre, which is like a civic centre, and along with your passport, and then you just fill it out with the person. They go for everything and they'll literally give you your Medicare number straight away, and then your Medicard will come in the post like 1 week later, and that's it, done. Number three, travel insurance. I didn't really worry about travel insurance, so I got travel insurance for the first month, because obviously when you're getting on the plane and you've got your luggage, so I got it for the first month, and then I haven't got it since, because obviously I've got Medicare, so if anything happens to me health wise I'm sorted with that, and then I'm insured on my, like my phone and my laptop are insured separately, so that's insured, so I'm not really worried about having travel insurance for the whole year. Some people do get travel insurance for the whole year, but I just didn't see the point, so yeah. Number four is a bank account. Now, a bank account is really so simple, and you can just do it at home in England anytime you want. I'm using Commonwealth Bank, and I just went on the website, clicked open up an account, and they have a specific account for people who are doing the whole work holiday visa in a way, and you just apply, and it's really simple. And then once you get to Australia, you just take your passport to the bank that you've applied for, and then they'll open it for you and you're done. Like, it is the most easy thing. And then you download the app on your phone, and the app is so good, like you can do everything on there, and you can even open up like savings account from the app, which I have at the moment, so I can put savings in while I'm out here as well, and it's just really straightforward. The next one is TFN number. Now, TFN number is your tax file number, and this is so important because you cannot work without it. However, you cannot apply for it until you get to Australia. So on the first day, just go onto the government website, type in TFN number, and it will come up, and you can just apply online, and then that way it will come through as soon as it can, and you can start working as soon as you get a job, basically. Some jobs also require ABN, so I was a personal trainer. I had to get an ABN because I was sort of like self-employed, but again, that's really easy. Just type in ABN and get an ABN number. Also to do with jobs is superannuation. So some jobs where obviously you're employed, you have to open up a superannuation, which is like a pension fund, same thing we do in England. Some jobs will sort it out for you. So I had a job where they literally sorted it out and I was put on their superannuation or something like that. I just had to, like, I did it in the office with them and just went through all the stuff, and they just told me exactly what to do. Whereas some jobs will be like, you need to open up your own superannuation. So again, just Google it, open it up. It's very straightforward, and then that is sorted out basically. And it also means that some of your wages is getting put into that superannuation. So when you leave Australia to go back to England or wherever it is you want to go, you can get all that money back. So that's a nice little treat for you as you leave. So in regards to jobs, you can start looking for work before you get here, but it's kind of pointless and you're not really going to get a job unless there's like a specific field you're in and there's a company you know or something like that. You've just got to come out here and get a job, because you have to interview, they want to meet you, so there's no point applying for stuff until you're out here. I found the best way to get a job is to either go into places and hand out CVs, or is to actually email people. When you apply for jobs on stuff like Indeed and Seek, 1,000 people have already applied for that job, so it's so hard for them to see you and give it to you. Just go into places so then you can meet them face to face and they know you, because they don't really want to have to go through thousands and thousands of applications. So if they've actually met you, you have more chance of getting it. And also, yeah, just finding a company and emailing them directly, because again, they just get that email, you've said all this stuff about yourself, and it's just a good way. That is how I've got both of my jobs, so it works. It can be hard as a backpacker to get a job, because a lot of jobs don't want to hire people for a limited amount of time because they know you're going to leave, so that does limit what you can do. I found with a lot of gyms, because I'm on a work holiday visa, they didn't want to hire me because they want long-term career people. So you know, that's why a lot of backpackers do just get jobs working in bars and fundraising, because they will just hire you. There's a website called Backpacker Job Board, and like it's all just those sort of jobs. So it's people who are happy to hire backpackers all post on there. So that's a good place to look if you want to get a job. If you want to work in a bar, you have to get an RSA, Responsible Service of Alcohol license, and it is different in each state, which can be annoying. So if you're in Queensland and you get an RSA and then you move to Melbourne, it won't be valid. So you have to get a whole new RSA. Now in Queensland, you can do it online, same as Sydney, New South Wales. You can just do an online course. Takes a couple of hours and then you get the certificate emailed to you. Whereas in Victoria, you have to actually go to a classroom, which is a 4-hour course. It is really straightforward though. You just go through everything and then do a little test at the end and it's done. So it's really advisable to get an RSA, because for backpackers, if you're going to be moving around and stuff, the best work for you is a bar job. Like there's so many of them, and that's where you're most likely to get hired. The bar jobs immediately will say to you, do you have an RSA? And then if you say no, they'll be like, come back when you've got an RSA. So it's just something to sort out if you know you're going to go into that sort of work. So really important one is accommodation. Now accommodation, you will sort of want to be trying to sort out before you come here, but you don't have to have. It's just going to make life a lot easier for you. What most people do is when they come out, they book a hostel, and then you'll stay in a hostel for a week or two while you try and find an actual place of your own. So the best websites to do it on is flatmates.com.au and just Facebook Market, Facebook groups such as like Accommodation. So depending where you are, Brisbane Accommodation, Sydney Accommodation, Melbourne, and there's all just different stuff like Fairy Floss, and there's just loads of different groups on Facebook which people post all their rooms for rent and everything like that. So that is a really good place to get it. Next is where to live. Where do you want to live in Australia? Obviously there's loads of great cities to choose from, so it's just deciding where you want to go, if you want to stay in one place for the whole year or if you want to travel about. I know a lot of people, if they're just coming for a year, then they will stay in one place, because that way you get a job, you can settle in, make friends, know the area, and then you can be earning money and use that money to then go and travel on weekends or take week holidays, and then you can go and see all of Australia. You can only work in one job for 6 months, so if you are in one place and you've done 6 months and you have to get a new job anyway, you might want to move to another city. The way I did it was, I don't even know what I was thinking, to be honest. I wanted to live everywhere and go everywhere and try everything, so I thought I would be able to do all that. I went to Cairns first, we went to Cairns first, thinking, oh, we'll just get a job straight away, we can be there for a couple months, then move to Gold Coast, be there for a couple months, move to Sydney. No, that did not happen. That's ridiculous. What was I thinking? We went to Cairns, we were there for 6 weeks, could not get work at all. The whole reason we went to Cairns first was because we came in end of June, which is Australia's winter. Because that's where it's hot in winter, all the backpackers go there. So I think we arrived just after all the backpackers did, and yeah, there were no jobs at all. So we were there for 6 weeks, did loads of touristy things, had a lovely little holiday, spent so much money, and then we did a road trip down to Brisbane, which was incredible. We got a job there and settled there until December, and now we're in Melbourne. But it means you have to go through the whole process of finding accommodation and finding a job again, which was quite stressful. And obviously as well, it takes a few months to settle into a place. So in Brisbane, I actually had a really good job, I was earning good money, I just started to make friends and really settle in, and then we were leaving. So that's something you might want to consider as well. Because I'm here with my fiance, my brother and his girlfriend, it wasn't bad because we're all together and we've all moved to Melbourne together, so we have each other, and we also have family friends here, so it's not a problem. We're not like alone in a new city. But if you're coming out on your own, unless you meet people who then want to travel and move somewhere else with you, that might be something that is a bit difficult. But obviously you just have to do what's best for you and what you want to do. So then it's just which city you want to live in. So Brisbane, I absolutely loved it. It was sunny every single day. I would wake up and it was sunshine. It's just gorgeous. Like, it will rain, but you know, you're guaranteed sun most of the time. Even their winter is warm, like it's basically an English summer. Their winter is gorgeous. And then you've got their summer, which is obviously very hot. It's about 30 degrees, humid. The size of the city is nice because you can walk everywhere, but they've still got like loads of shops, loads of restaurants and things to do, so you sort of get the best of both worlds. Sydney, I've only ever been on holiday, so just for a few days, and I do love it. Everyone I meet out here though is always saying, no, don't live in Sydney, it's way too expensive, it's way too busy. A lot of people do go to Sydney because that's like the one that's known, so that's one people go to, but obviously I can't say because I haven't lived there. Melbourne, I absolutely love it. So this is where I am now. I haven't been here for long, but I just love it. It's crazy because the weather is not good. Like, we're in Melbourne summer and it's rained every day. Everyone is saying though that this isn't normal, like this is particularly bad for some reason, but I just love the city. There's so many shops, so many restaurants, and we literally live in the CBD, like central location, so it's amazing because I literally just walk down the road and I'm just in the centre, and it's just beautiful. There's so much going on here and it's just such a nice place to live. Melbourne also has crazy weather, so you get like 4 seasons in one day. So, and I've experienced, everyone always told me it before I came here, and then I came here and I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, that is so weird. So you'll wake up and it's pouring with rain, then an hour later it will be boiling hot, then an hour later it will be raining, then an hour later it will be boiling hot again. It's just sort of all over the place. It's pretty crazy, but it's Melbourne. It also depends a lot on what time of the year you are coming out. So yeah, if you're going to come out in June, July, August, September, you're better off going to Queensland or maybe Sydney, because Melbourne is going to be cold and wet, because their winter really is kind of like England autumn. Like, it is wet here, it is rainy, it is grey, apparently. This is what I've been told. If you're coming out here in December, January, then you can come to Melbourne because obviously it's the summer and you're going to have nice weather and it's going to be hot and sunny and you can enjoy it. So I think the last thing I'm going to touch on is farm work. So I'm not doing farm work. I'm happy with the year, doing a year out here. I really miss my family, I miss my nieces and nephews, and I don't want to miss any more of them growing up. I also don't want to do the farm work because I just wouldn't be able to do it with and keep up the life that I live. Yeah, just look for them as soon as you can and try and get in, because some of them can be awful. I've heard that the living conditions can be awful. And someone told me that they got to a farm and it was basically a shed with mattresses in where they were sleeping. So if you want to get somewhere decent, then just look in advance, do your research and find farms which other backpackers have reviewed, and you can see honest reviews and real photos of what the farm and the living conditions will be like. But yeah, that is farm work. So I think I have touched on everything. I really hope I have. If I have missed anything out, just please comment in the comment section below and I will reply to you on anything that you need to know. If you are going to do a work holiday visa, you're going to love it and have so much fun. It is just amazing. Coming to a new country and traveling is just a whole crazy experience, and yeah, it's awesome. You will love it. You'll have so much fun, and I just really hope that I've been of help. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and yeah, I will see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye.